Hello friends, welcome to my show Productive Talks. The topic for the day is the happiest people on earth. If you happen to meet an ex-person who is highly energetic, full of bubbling energy, you would be curious to know what is the source of that energy in him. You'd find him extremely delighted and elated at times, excited about every new project, spontaneously optimistic about every event that seems declining. He is so well contained within himself, always very enthusiastic, cheerful. He is the first one to make peace whenever there is a conflict. Such a person contains within him a special ingredient, what we call as the happiness content. It is the quotient of happiness in a man that decides his life satisfaction. No matter what you are and what you do in life, it is all secondary if the sum total and the remainder of your life isn't happiness. Now, what is this happiness that we talk about? It is something which every man needs, he yearns for. The rich as well as the poor desire for happiness. The rich man isn't happy because he wants more and more, and the poor isn't happy because he has too little to feel happy. But is happiness related to your needs and wants? I refrain from this understanding, because happiness is what begins with you. It is a very individual perspective, and it is fundamental to the sustenance and growth of human life. The other day, one friend came and he said, "John, I have lost my peace of mind. I can hardly remember a day in my life that I was happy. I have not spent a single moment when I was genuinely happy." But superficially, this man is a well-settled man, and all his primary, secondary needs are fulfilled. But yet, he isn't happy. My advice to him was, start looking and observing your own thoughts. Start auditing your thoughts. Start observing them. Analyzing every thought that comes into your mind. And start labeling those thoughts. A mind which is conditioned to think negatively cannot lead a man to a happy and content life. Happiness is a state of mind. It is a state of inner well-being. If you can create a condition to be consistently aware of your inner thoughts and correct them, prune them, transform them into positive thoughts, the sum remainder of your existence will be utter happiness. It is a very simple way of life. It is extremely simple. It's a simple equation to understand how to be happy. Happiness depends on the quality of your thoughts. What you think, you will eventually become. As it is commonly understood that man is a product of his thoughts. So let me give you the equation that leads to a happiness condition. It begins with harmonious thinking. If you can think harmonious thoughts, secondly, harmonious speech, and thirdly, harmonious actions. Thought, speech, and action are fundamental to happiness in life. It's as simple as that. One of the main sources of happiness in human beings is a life of gratitude. In the race and the hustle bustle of modern living, man has forgotten to be grateful. The very style and the very mode of living is full of rush. Thereby he leads a life of extreme unawareness. He does not know that what he gives will return back to him. We need to become sensitive to each individual who lives with us, lives around us, and to whom we are connected some way or the other. And let me tell you, if we make a list, there will be 1,001 individuals to whom we owe this debt of gratitude. The whole exercise of being happy starts by saying thank you to each and every individual who has helped you, who has done something for you, who has assisted you, who has spoken good about you, who thinks good about you. A life filled with gratitude leads to a mind so comforting that there is no space for depression. We are unhappy because we simply do not know the art of thankfulness. Gratitude is the mother of happiness. Through gratitude, happiness is born. You might be rich and very affluent, but then you are yet not happy with your life. But if you will try writing thank you letters, you will one day realize that the world is a very small place and all your inner loneliness will flee from you. And that is so comforting a happiness to your soul when you have learned to shorten the distance between you and the people around you. Therefore, I say gratitude is a must. Living an ungrateful life is living a very lonely life. It is also noticed that individuals who are optimistic are the most well-adjusted people on their personal and professional front. To a large extent, these individuals experience a life satisfaction which is not commonly visible in everyone. Therefore, I would say that happiness is a mental attitude. It is the way you think. It is the way you are processing the world of experiences around you. Our experiences, not all may be pleasant enough to make us happy, but it all depends on how you process unpleasant experiences of life. Your shortcomings, your failures, your risks, your anxious moments, your setbacks, your shortcomings, your limitations. You should be able to perceive all these things with a positive eye. When I say optimism, I mean to understand that all things work together for good to those who can see that the bigger picture of life is to be happy and live a happy and content life. So be optimistic. You might fail 99 times, and if you're optimistic, the 100th time you will win. And let me tell you, winning the 100th time is a greater joy than not failing and winning on the first attempt itself. Lastly, I would say that if you have a small portion of happiness, don't keep it to yourself and use it sparingly. It is just like having a packet of Cadbury chocolates and eating it alone. You will not be happy if you are going to hide it and use it sparingly to fulfill your own instincts. If you will share, you will be dividing it, and you will see that those with whom you have shared will also be happy. It is so simple as sharing a piece of chocolate with your brothers and sisters. So happiness is just like this piece of chocolate. You cannot multiply happiness without dividing it. The more you will divide happiness, the more it will multiply. This is the mystery behind the basic need of human beings on earth. By happiness, we are sustained. By happiness, we will one day transcend our little thoughts and we will evolve into better beings. Thank you so much and wish you a wonderful success in all your endeavors.